So the next meeting is the iteration review. So till now we've sort of talked about good communication within the team, but you need to also have good communication with the client or the product owner or the end user. You have to get that real feedback. So there are three key steps to doing this. The first is you have to deploy the application and of course test it to make sure that it's working. Then you want to demo the application to the client or the end user, and of course you want to then collect feedback. Now, the core piece of this, by the way, is that you have to be open and not defensive. The team has to genuinely want to make the best product. And many times, people make excuses or justify during the feedback period, which is sort of a problem because once you start to make excuses when you're receiving critical feedback, then people don't feel like giving you good feedback anymore because they know you're just going to be defensive about it. So the idea here is that the feedback occurs during the demo itself and for a time box period after the demo. And what happens, a few things are generated. First, you generate new user stories during this time, and you might actually generate some change stories to change existing features. And you'll also potentially reprioritize what's left in the pipeline based on seeing the real application. And this is a critical piece of agility here. The idea is that the product owner, by seeing the application, sort of has a real glimpse of what's actually being created, and by seeing it evolve, their vision starts to change and evolve. And they start to come up with changes to the existing requirement or additional features or reprioritizations for future development. And it's all very normal and it has to be expected. That's why you have the iteration review. The next meeting is the iteration retrospective. And this is sort of a different meeting entirely because this is where you talk about the how, not necessarily the what that the team is working on. So it's not about the specific features we've created, the specific sort of design. It's about how did the team work together? What was the process of communication like? What was the technical process of collaboration like? And the goal here is, of course, to dynamically improve the process as you go. And there are three core steps to doing this. The first is you want to gather the relevant sort of statistics or data around your development process. And this could be things like defect counts, the number of user stories that have been completed, maybe even the percentage accuracy that the team has in its estimates. And then what you do is you dig into that as a team and you start to discuss the patterns that emerge. And these can be good patterns or bad patterns, right? You might identify problems. You might identify things that the team is doing very well. And you move to the third stage, which is to create experiments. And these experiments are designed to either amplify the good things that you found or solve the bad things or the problems that you found. So you sort of have this high-speed, iterative problem solving, which totally fits the mold of agility because you're evolving your process just like you're evolving the application that you're building. So the iteration retrospective totally fits in that way. And at a high level, that really covers the Agile iteration. So just to review here, in the sprint planner or the iteration planner, we break down user stories into actionable tasks. We then sort of build clarity in the first phase of the meeting, talking about the vision, the team, and the tasks. Then we build consensus as a team, and finally commit to what we're going to work on. And the core rules around a good sprint are to keep focus, to keep people up to date, and to practice collective code ownership and strong teamwork. And the core non-planner meetings, we have the daily stand-up, which again you have to sort of be prepared and be consistent. The iteration review, which is all about being open-minded and hearing what the client's saying. And then you have the retrospective, which is to think about your process as a team and to improve it. So that covers the Agile iteration drill down. Again, I'm Adil Wally, the CEO of Crowd Interactive. I hope this talk was helpful to you on your journey to mastering agility. I also hope that you stay tuned for the next video, which is going to be a drill down into the daily stand-up meeting. If you have any questions between now and then, feel free to reach out to me. My contact information is here on the screen. And of course, above all, thanks for your time.